Hi, my name is Dana Patel. I'm a photographer in Zambia, and I like to shoot street photography, landscape photography, and anything with nature.
How did you get into photography as a career?
I started taking photos when I was really young. It was just a hobby to start. I studied public health. I graduated, and I always wanted to do something design related, but I didn't have the know-how, and I wasn't sure how I would start doing something like that. So I actually worked in intellectual property for a little while, and then I stopped. I had a son, and after that I spent a lot of time at home, and so I bought a camera, and I started taking more photos at home and spending my time taking photos of my son. And then I started sharing some of the photos that I was taking around Zambia. And yeah, it's kind of grown on its own. I never thought I would be a photographer. But yeah, opportunities have come my way, and I've kind of just pursued them.
You were born and raised in the US. How did your path lead you to life in Zambia?
Yeah. I'm in Zambia because my husband is from Zambia, so we moved here 10 years ago. Yeah, that's what brought me to Zambia.
I'm sure the story's more interesting.
Yes, okay. Before that, I had attended a wedding here. And that's where I met my husband. We dated for a while. He was also in the States. And then he told me that he planned on moving back. So if I didn't see myself living in Zambia, that this wasn't probably gonna work. And I said, no, Zambia seems nice. So yeah, I've been here since then. And
You're especially known for your urban landscape and street photography. What are some of the secrets to getting your best shots?
I would say that it's more of a feeling-based tip. Don't force it. If you see something, try and shoot it. If you miss it, it's not a big deal. And mainly just shoot something that resonates with you. If you see something that is meaningful to you, that's probably going to be a good shot. But you don't always come back with something. So yeah, it's almost important to just trust the process, see how it goes, and let it come naturally, I think.
Do you ever get nervous shooting out in public?
Yes, I do. Initially, it was very nerve-wracking. As much as I wanted to do it, I would get very nervous. I still do. It almost prevents me from taking certain shots or trying to get a certain shot. But yeah, I think sometimes it's also overcoming that fear that makes the shot more interesting and more special to maybe the photographer.
Okay. What photography equipment and software can you not live without?
Well, obviously the camera. I shoot with a Nikon D750. My favorite lens is definitely a 70 to 200 millimeter lens. And as far as software goes, it's all about Lightroom.
Have you ever thought about publishing a book of your best images? And if you did, what would you call it?
I have thought about publishing a book. I think it would be. It has to. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so I think if I were to do it, it would have to be like very, very well thought out and executed really nicely. So yeah, for a title, I don't know. Something to do with light, maybe chasing light or finding light, because I do emphasize that I shoot just using natural light. That shows an authentic perspective of things, yeah.
Do you have any pre-shoot rituals? What are some of the things you always do before you go out for a shoot?
I always play music, so whether I'm getting ready, driving to a shoot, music is a lot to do with it. I think it creates a mood. It's inspiring in some ways, and yeah, it's really uplifting. So yeah, always play music.
Are there certain songs that like really get you hyped up for shoots?
It depends. It's mood-based, so it could be anything, but normally something just Afrobeat, piano, anything like that.
And speaking of music, who are some of your favorite Zambian musicians?
These are pretty obvious, but Yo Maps, Chandanake, Chef 187.
What's a dream location that you'd like to shoot in?
I've recently seen a lot of photos from India. I've only been to India a handful of times, and I feel like if I went there just to photograph it, it would be very different. And the culture and the history and the colors of India, I think it would be really amazing to shoot there.
What's the craziest thing you've ever done to get a shot?
Nothing really crazy. I've been out in the middle of the street and taken a shot, but I don't think that that's crazy. I've paid a guy to just watch out for me, make sure I don't get hit by a car.
You ever climbed a tree to get the right perspective or something?
No. I'm pretty risk averse, so I try and consider all the factors before I go and take a photo.
Okay. We all know you're an amazing photographer, but what's your hidden talent and what do you suck at?
I think a hidden talent, it's sort of hidden, but I don't show it very often, is my dancing. I truly, truly love dancing. I think it's been in my life more than photography. So that's my secret talent, and something I suck at, but I don't know if I suck at it, but singing, I like to think that I'm a good singer, but a lot of people have told me I'm not, so it could be that.
I feel your pain, that's me. Okay. Do you enjoy being in front of the camera, or are you the type of photographer that shies away from getting their photo taken?
From getting my photo taken, I feel very uncomfortable. I don't know what I should be doing there, especially if there's other people there. I've set up self-portraits where I take them on my own and it's just me and my camera, and in that situation I'm very comfortable. A little bit more than I would be than for someone to stand there and take my photo. Yeah.
So even this is a little bit different for you, right?
Yeah, a little weird. Yeah, that's why you were like, oh, you're... I'm like, yeah, hello.
Okay. What's the most interesting thing in your bag?
The most interesting thing in my bag, I always have candy, like sugary candy, not chocolates, but sugary candy, because sometimes we're shooting for a long time and my blood pressure might be a bit low. So I always keep stuff like candy, I have Panadol, I have Vicks Vapor Rub in case, I don't know, I just have it. Yeah.
What's the worst life advice you've ever received?
The worst life advice? It is what it is. What does that mean? I don't know. Like, what am I supposed to make out of that? But I guess it also means just take it as it is. Yeah.
What's the last thing you did that has greatly improved your life?
I think just focusing on myself and focusing on my style of work and what I'm good at. So basically, like staying in your lane. Don't try and be something you're not. And I honestly think that has also gotten me where I am, is because I've been pretty true and honest with my work and who I am and what I like to photograph. There's like, if you go through my photos, there's no one type of photography that you'll find. If I feel like shooting something, I'll shoot it. I'm happy to share it. I'm not really like trying to like market anything, like that I only do weddings or events or things like that. I just like to share things that I think are beautiful. And I think that's, yeah.
Is it? Who are some Zambian or African personalities that you would love to shoot?
Number one would be Sampa the Great. She is a female. Her work is unique, her music is unique. So yeah, I would say Sampa the Great. I would say Chandanake just because I like their music. And Number 3 would be Adekunle Gold. Just love his music, and yeah, that would be it.
Okay, I'm gonna throw in one extra question just because. Who are your favorite Zambian photographers? Some of your favorite Zambian photographers.
Bonkoti, he's a street photographer. I'm a huge fan of his. There's Kuma Emmanuel, Kuma Jr. He also has amazing work. And another one would be, I think, Gareth Vidmar. He takes some pretty amazing shots of things we've never seen before.